we're in. Right, auctioneer Sam here, and Liam, we're here for Under the Hammer.
So we're firmly in quarter two now. What do you think market conditions are like?
Well, market conditions for LCVs, I feel we're good at the moment. There's low volume, there's not a lot coming back. The buyers are keen for stock, they're still selling well. We're seeing a nice sort of turbulent conditions for the LCVs, especially in that pickup market. CAP had to sort of reduce the price of those quite severely on some of that later year stuff, and that seems to be, the buyers are responding to it. They're purchasing, they're having a go. If it's under 10 grand or even under 15, really, the VAT element and that BIK element doesn't really affect the retail market. So those ones are still performing quite strongly. Again, the budget vans are doing really well, especially no VAT. They're flying out the doors at the moment. And the punters are really after that at the moment, and we're seeing the small van market as well is performing really well.
Yeah. What about the like minibus 8-seater?
It seems to be stable at the moment, and we seem to be getting a good run of buyers that are after, especially some of the older stuff that's got the right VAT elements on there and the right seat configurator. The WAVs are doing really well in that larger van bus variety.
Yeah. Is there anything that's not so hot at the moment, would you say, in the world of LCV?
I think it's those medium-sized sort of tornado-type vans, the minibuses, and that side of it. They're a bit of a struggle. I think they look a lot of money for what they are. I think they just out sort of overperform themselves over recent months. And I think as well, even up in the transporter market, I think the price has plateaued a little bit on those. I think we're seeing people now sort of trying to sort of not step back from them, but not get us too excited
over them. I suppose people can dial down on in sort of the retail space, aren't they, until they gain traction and then go again with it. So I think we're probably, the car market at the moment I feel is stable. I think probably it's slightly more of a buyer's market as we traditionally see this sort of time of year. There's plenty of cars around. I think right cars always fetch the right money. I think that's important for vendors to remember, that the right car should still do the right money, and there's still buyers out there with the money and wanting to part with it.
I think for the vendors, they need to recognise a good car is going to make all the money, and they need to offset against that maybe some of the less substandard cars. And make sure that the buyers can interact on both sides of that.
It's that vendor expectation piece, isn't it? And you've got the prep issues at the moment with a lot of, especially a lot of the volume buyers. I know that's a real pinch point at the moment in the market. So, and obviously the bank holidays and children's holidays and
still one to go.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and all that plays a part, doesn't it, in that demand in that space. But I think it's still stable.
I think so. It feels that way. Like I said, it's a bit of a buyer's market at the moment, but I think as we roll towards June, I think that'll even itself out, and we should sort of go into sort of the second part of this quarter and good expectations again.
No, I agree. I suppose the other benefit, not benefit, but positive of following the bank holiday, we've got a massive sale on Monday here at Castle.
Good 300 or so, isn't there?
Huge
retail stock that people have missed out on.
Some good vendors in there as well, some nice stock in there, good feedback from buyers, I think. Even some of the sort of main dealers, car supermarkets, the independents, they're all sort of gearing up ready for that sale, so it'll be a good one to join us Monday, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I think so. And Wednesday is at Bedford as well, and got all that leasey stock that we got with some good service histories, V5s, late and low years. Yeah, some nice stock in that leasey stock, and that's on Monday as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Castleford too.
Yeah, and I think if you look at sort of the market trends at the moment, I think a lot of that stock has just started to gain traction again in the retail arena, so I think there's going to be more buyers in that market looking to come and replace that stock. Yeah. So last month's video, or comment on the last month's video, was someone asked, what do we think from an auctioneer's point of view is the best car to buy to get the most margin out of it? Now I know there's a lot of variables within that, but what do you think?
I think you've got to be looking maybe 4x4 as we've crossed over season at the moment. I'd probably go Kia Sportage around that, especially that GT model. Looks big numbers, and I think the price is wound back at the moment. The vendors are selling that. Yeah, and I think there's an opportunity there to really increase your margins across that if you're willing to maybe cross over 30 days and being 40 days to sale. Yeah,
I think that's the big thing, to stock turn for a lot of buyers is important, but I think we'll probably see a lot of it in the JLR projects as well. Yeah, there's big margin in that. There's arguably, or you'd want a big margin in some of it, especially that Ingenium derivatives, but I think there's a big margin in that as well.
But a lot of Mercedes all there, isn't there?
I suppose that German mark, although they're sort of performing really well under the Hammer versus CAP, that performance translates into the retail arena as well, so there's still big margins in a lot of German product.
I think there's some good options in that X4 category as well. Yeah, seeing a few of those going around at the moment. I think there's some good opportunities. We're getting a bit of retail profit out of that.
They look so far behind that retail, and again, prestige car, you're going to want a good margin, but I think the days of having £9,000-10,000 across the car like that have gone, but when you're making 5 out of a car, it's still good money.
It looks good value, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I suppose on the back of that JLR product at the moment, this is in on Monday.
Yes, lovely Defender 110.
V8.
Yeah, 11,000 miles only, and a good colour combo as well. Santorini on the outside. Yeah, it's got this brown leather inside, pan roof,
Heads-up display.
yeah, up as well. Great spec.
And it's rich. How many cans can you fit in there?
I reckon you get a good 6 in there.
Job done. Yeah. On sale Monday,
Monday, it starts at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, that's a wrap.
So that's it for this episode of Under the Hammer.
Under the hammer.
That's it. So it's me, Auctioneer Sam.
And I still haven't got a tagline yet.
Lunatic Liam.
One.
It's done.